Coaches, if you haven't turned in your surveys, please turn them in today. We need your surveys. Okay, if I can have your attention, you can quiet down for a moment. Today we have a special guest. Some weeks ago, one of the topics that you said you wanted to talk about was teen suicide. And today we have a motivational speaker who has done a considerable amount of research on the topic of teen suicide. And she's going to come before you. She's a graduate of Winston-Salem State University. She has a 4-year-old and she just recently had a newborn baby. And she's coming before you today, and she's coming from her heart, so she needs for you to talk back to her, ask questions, and make suggestions. Let's give a hand to Miss Granola Carrington.
Hey everybody, what's up? How y'all doing? All right, make some noise. I did not get up so early in the morning to come see y'all for y'all to see me quiet. How y'all doing? Come on, y'all, make some noise. I hear some noise over here, but not over here. How are y'all doing this morning, this afternoon? All right, we're gonna keep moving. My name is Granola Carrington, and I count it an honor and a blessing to be here for you guys today. Mr. McLean, he let me guys know about some of the issues that you guys had on your mind, and I counted it an honor and a blessing to be up here before you just to help you all on your journey to recovery, on your journey for healing, and for your journey of self-improvement and self-worth and true blessing for yourselves, all right? Okay, we're going to go on and get started. Now, the title of my topic today is very simple. I'm going to say what I have to say, keep it short, simple, and sweet, and get on out your way. It's entitled Teen Suicide. It's time to be available, accountable, and approachable. Because I'm seeing so many of our young people ending their lives at an early age before they realize their true self-worth and their true destiny that you all have for yourselves. Because you all now are all walking politicians, you are future lawyers, doctors. You have so much to live for, and I just want to be one of those people that's going to help you all to realize and recognize what you all have to offer. Now, I know that we as a community, we all have to do our part to help you all on your journey. Because I know you have heard that saying, it takes a village to raise a child, and I'm a believer in that. You all are not alone in your journey. You have people like me, like Mr. McLean, like your coaches, your counselors, your teachers, that are here to help you on your way, that are here to help you to make those positive decisions. Now, I'm going to share a few statistics for you, or that I've gotten from the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. There are at least 1,000 adolescents that die from suicide every year. Now I want you to think about that. 100,000 of people your age that are taking their own lives before they realize what their self-worth is. Suicide is the 5th leading cause of death among young people ages 5 to 14. Suicide is the 3rd leading cause of death of people ages 15 to 24. That's where a lot of you all are at right now. In your age group, suicide is the 3rd leading cause of death. For every 4 male suicides, there is a female suicide. But twice as many females are attempting suicide than the males. Now what that means is you have twice as many young ladies that are attempting to take their own lives, but you have 4 males that are actually completing the act, that are actually taking their own lives. They're leaving this world that a young person has tried to take their own life, and another minute, one person would have completed the act of taking their own lives. Now, some warning signs of suicide are depression, isolating yourselves from your family, friends, and loved ones, increased alcohol and or other drug use, recent impulsiveness and taking unnecessary risks, threatening suicide or expressing a willingness and wanting to die or take their own lives, making a plan to die by doing things such as giving away your prized worldly possessions, and by actually making a plan to actually carry out the act. Okay, now these are some statistics that I really want you to think about. Just think about that person that's sitting to your left or to your right that may be contemplating suicide, that because they think that life isn't worth living. But I'm here to tell you that that is not so. Okay, that there is a reason for living, and I'm going to show you some things about that. All right, now let's talk about availability. We need to be available. First of all, as young people and as adults that are here to help you, to show you the right path to take. Young people, you need to take part in your own self-improvement. You need to take part in your own self-worth, because in order for the teenagers to show their availability, you have to want to be helped. Okay? You've got to want to be helped and seek it out. Because I've seen a lot of teenagers that go out and you all seek whatever you want to find. Trust me, if you want to find something positive, it is out there. If you want to find something negative, it is out there. But it is your job to take part in your own self-improvement. Yes, we are adults, we're your counselors, we're your teachers, we're your coaches and your staff. But the thing is, you need to seek us out. We cannot read your minds. Okay, we're not mind readers. As much as you'd like us to figure out what you're trying to say and how you're feeling and things of that such, you have got to help us to help you. Okay, now we're going to look at the other side. Adults, and me, myself included, I'm talking about myself, we need to make ourselves available for our young people. We need to make ourselves available to each other. We need to stop using the excuse, I don't understand you, so how can you understand me? Okay? So we need to make sure that we are available. We have got to find a common ground. We've got to look past our young people's outer appearances, the way they dress, the way their hair is, the way, they may have a piercing or a tattoo or whatever. We need to look past all of that outer stuff to look what's on the inside. We need to look for that young person that simply wants to be heard. They want to be heard, they need to be heard. We have to meet them where they are. We have to find some type of common ground. All right. Now, the best example that I can give of the concept of availability, the availability that we have to have for our young people, and in turn, you all have to have for us, I want you all to think of the concept of an open door. Okay? Now, we're here in this gym today, and the best open doors I can see are the ones that you all walked through when y'all came in here today, okay? So, I want everybody to look to your right and my left. Okay, everybody needs to look. I can see you all, so everybody look this way. Okay? Now, as you're looking at that open door, I want you to listen to me. Now, an open door can be a non-verbal cue to invite a positive or negative suggestion about availability, to show if you are available for someone to help you, if you're available to be heard. Okay, now I need you to listen to me. Now, that open door can suggest positive and negative things. First, we're going to talk about the negative. We're going to talk about the positive. An open door can suggest, number one, I am available. Number two, someone could be on the other side of that open door to help me. I feel invited to come in. An open door suggests that you feel invited to come in, to be helped, to be started on your way to something positive. And finally, I have to be brave enough to walk to and through the door. Okay? That door is open. That door is available. That door is a suggestion to you that somebody, like let's say for instance, if you're at a door to an office and you see that your teacher's door is open, your counselor's door is open, your coach's door is open, that's your nonverbal cue to let them know, to let you know that someone is there. Someone may be there to help you. But you have to do your part. Like I said, we can't read your mind. You have got to do your part. You're the one that has to step up to the door and walk through it. We're giving you an opportunity. It's up to you to take advantage of it. Now, think about it on the other side. Think about that door as being closed. Okay? So you can look over here to my right and your left. Think about that door being closed. What non-verbal cue can you get from a closed door? Okay? A closed door suggests the opposite. I am not available. It suggests I do not want to deal with what is around me and what is on the other side of that door. These are negative suggestions for availability. Number 3, I am shutting you out. Okay, think about that closed door. I am shutting you out. And finally, a closed door suggests you are invisible to me. I do not see you because of that closed door. So we need to find ways to keep those open doors. Doors of communication, doors of compromise, doors of availability to help us to keep it moving and so that we can help each other out. Okay? Now let's talk about accountability, to be accountable as teenagers and as adults to help each other find their common ground. Okay, now we're going to start with our young people first. Now, young people, you all are held accountable for your present and future decisions, regardless of the positive or negative things that have happened in your past. Okay, you are held accountable for what you are doing today and tomorrow. Now, we just talked about in the statistics part that one of the #1 warning signs of suicide is depression. Okay? Is depression. And a lot of times it's depression from things that have happened that were negative in your past that you cannot change. Okay? You cannot re-scramble eggs. What has happened is happened. What is done is done. It's time for us to use our past as firing fuel for our futures. Life does go on and we will make it work. But like I said, we have got to work together. You can't do it on your own. We want to help you, but once again, you need to be available and accountable. You need to use those situations of molestation, rape, alcohol, or drug use, and you need to turn it around for a positive future. Okay? Now, I'm going to be real with you for a minute, and I'm just counting on a mature audience. When I was around your age, I was being molested by somebody that I know very, very well. Okay? So I'm where you are. I know exactly how you're feeling. I know exactly where to go with this, okay? And what happened was, with all those things that happened, I decided to do one or two things with the situation that happened in my past. 2 positive things that you can do with a negative past to turn your life around is #1, to protect yourself. 1, to protect yourself, and 2, to help somebody else. Okay? You need to help somebody else. Now, the way that I protected myself from being molested is I opened up my mouth and said something. Okay? I opened up my mouth and said something. You have got to open your mouth. You open your mouth about every single thing. You need to open your mouth to help yourself. You got to open your mouth to help you and to help somebody else. Yes, because of the molestation, because of the negative peer pressure, because of the negative self-esteem, I use those concepts to first of all, protect myself from being molested again and to help somebody else. Right now, I am helping somebody else. Right now, I'm being a motivator keep our word to them, we're going to lose their trust. And how can we come to them if they don't trust? How can they come to us if they don't trust us? How can they come to us if we haven't established the lines of communication? And once we lose their trust, we've lost them. Because they came from a broken home, or they came from whatever negative situation that they come out of, but it's up to us to get it back. And once we regain these children's trust, we need to keep it at all costs. Once we give, we need to keep it. If we tell somebody, I'm gonna come to watch you play basketball, bless it, you better be there. And if you're not there in an emergency situation while you could not make it, your word is your bond, and you need to treat it as such. You need to treat it that way. So we need to be held accountable for our young people, establish those examples of trust, and keep them at all costs. And finally, approachable. Being approachable for our young people. And this goes on both sides of the spectrum. Us as adults and you guys as young people, we have got to break these walls of emotional stress and emotional stress and distress. Because of our past, because of what people have done to us, said about us, or whatever, we build up these walls of negative emotion. Because we don't want people to hurt us anymore. We don't want anybody to talk about us anymore or say anything negative about us anymore. But the thing is, if we're going to work together, if we're going to establish those lines of communication, if we're going to